balance this in the Pusateris. We'll put this in the Pusa. No, wait. We'll put it in the Gucci. No, the Gucci. See, I found that all buried in the snow. It's perfect. It's like $300 Gucci. I'll show you why if someone threw it out. Right? Oh no, it went out. Let's get this set up properly. Look at that with the flowers. That's what it is, flowers. Oh, look.
It works?
Yeah, because the camera's up there and it's still pointing at me, right? And then I can just move the flower pot like this.
When you get a chance, get your glass of water in there.
Oh yeah, I can throw a glass of water in there.
Yeah. See if it's going to grow back.
Absolutely.
By any chance.
I'll be throwing a glass of water in there for Miss Rousy.
Yeah,
see, nobody knows who you are. I'm going to talk about you.
And
I never say your real name.
I gotta put some water in that dry dirt outside.
Yep. Don't worry. I can set it up so the lawn waters itself and everything. You know what my uncle does? Cousin Gary? He puts pipes underneath the tiles and underneath your floor, and the hot water goes from your hot water system underneath, and it's called Wurzbo. Yeah. And it heats your floor, so when you walk on the floor in the winter, it's warm.
Nice, warm and nice.
Yeah, and then that recycles.
Costs money though.
No, but it does, but it recycles the heat from your hot water. So over like 10 years, it pays for itself. In fact, it only got like 5 years probably. Look, I'm looking over the plant thing, even though it's not affecting what's actually in the shot.
I would do stuff like that if I had kids or grandkids. But
I have kids.
Or grandkids, I wouldn't do that.
You have 2 kids, right?
3.
You have 3?
The youngest is
same
the boy.
as my mom, right? The youngest.
Jonathan is the youngest.
The boy is the youngest.
Yeah.
So he's spoiled.
Chanel is the second.
He's spoiled.
Latoya is spoiled.
Who? They're your kids, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm the only one that's
waiting on them hand and foot. Wait. See, that's why you always feed us, because you miss your kids, and it's like having a bunch of big kids here.
Yeah.
So you know why I'm doing this? Because I always forget to take my medication. And this is the only medication that Dr. Ladansky ever prescribed to me that he actually said, wow, that's a marked improvement.
But I think some of those people is full of shit.
Well, some of them are.
They need cannabis for medication.
Mm-hmm.
Cannabis because they're junkies.
Yep. And weed gets a bad name because of the potheads.
I know it's so cruel, but that's how I feel.
Does your son smoke weed?
Huh?
Does your son smoke weed?
He got a big thing like this.
Oh, a bong?
Yeah.
Like a huge one?
Yeah.
Why don't we invite him over?
I was like,
can't we invite him over?
He got shot by having that shit.
Wait,
having all his friends at his dad's house.
He died?
Getting high? No. He's got a big scar on his
okay, so he's not.
chest.
But he got shot. How? Why?
Somebody touched his wife or his girlfriend or something.
And he said.
And he punched the guy.
And the guy shot him.
Yeah, picked up a gun and shot him. Because he got them guys at the house, and when people see you're like that.
And where did this happen?
Violence with them.
Where did this happen?
They're trying to kill you.
Where did this happen?
In New Jersey.
In New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
The USA?
USA.
I used to go to New Jersey all the time.
Yeah.
So when was that?
That was since 2000.
Because anyone can go and get a gun, right?
Yeah.
Well, anyone in Canada can go and get a gun too.
2013.
There's more guns in Canada per capita.
Kids, when you have money, you only bring kids home that has money with you.
Down there.
No, anywhere in the world.
Yeah, of course.
If parents have money, you deal with money kids.
Yeah, which have manners.
Or
some of them have manners.
Yeah, a manners.
Except for Taco.
Or kids with the middle class.
Taco. We'll
the
talk
middle
about
class
Taco.
parents or you got money. Don't bring kids with With like, oh shit, I wish if I had this, I wish if I had. You don't bring kids like that home.
Because then when they see the thing that they wish they had, they take it.
Not only that, they kill you for it too.
Oh,
if they
down
don't have
there?
that frame of mind.
Down there?
Yeah. Like Buckman brother, they shot him for a $300 leather coat like this. Yeah. You know the leather coats with the...
What year was this?
With a number?
What year was that?
79.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when I was 4, nothing like that happened up here.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yo, I was walking.
But anyone can get a gun down there.
I had on a simple 14-carat chain for my birthday. I got from Guyana.
Yeah.
The guy walking and looking high. Next thing I know,
Grab it.
from behind me. Walk back, turn back and walk back.
I'd be like, what?
I'm telling you.
You know? Check out these $300 shades that I got for driving a guy around yesterday. I'd take him to LCBO. He went to Pusatiri's and got me, Pusatiri's. He got me $14 worth of pastries. And it just says pastries. But it was the thickest, juiciest cheesecake.
Yeah.
And he only took one bite and I got the rest. Then he put $10 of like mid-grade premium from Shell into the car for the, because I drove around the block a few times. And then while he was getting me Harvey's and him Harvey's, he just walked because he wanted to get some exercise. I cleaned the front of the car and everything because he said it looked kind of dirty, and it did because there was like McDonald's bags and Tim Hortons cups all over the floor because everyone just throws the stuff on the floor, right? I've already cleaned it twice. So now I've got like the garbage bag set up. I'm gonna put the back seat in after we hose it all down and make it nice. And then he gave me his number, so he wants to do it again. And it's just in his building. He's bored in his building, so he just meets somebody that looks cool, and then he pays to have a little party in the car. So I cranked the tunes in the parking lot. We talked to all the ladies that were walking out and the people walking their dogs. I cried a bit. He told me that wasn't cool. So I was talking to this one lady. She was actually a nurse. She was pulling out. She was talking to her friend, and I kept offering them stuff, right? Like I was like, "Do you want some?" What did I say first? I was like, "Do you want a beer?" Right? But I'm driving. I said, "Of course, I know. I'm joking, right?" And then we had blueberries. Ooh, the blueberries. Now, Rousy.
I like blackberry.
Yeah, I know, but look, I don't like blueberries either.
No, it's
but
bitter.
These aren't better. These aren't better. Okay. Just have fun. They're not good. They're not good. They aren't. See? They're sweet.
They're bitter.
No.
They're sour.
I can't even taste that.
They're
So
sour.
You're like super sensitive to sourness.
Oh, I'm not sour.
I gotta
everything.
get you some sour keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like
sour? I like sour keys.
Okay,
About the big
sour
ones.
keys. The big, huge sour keys. Okay. Look, like screw the gummies. They're not big enough, right? Yeah. So that guy also got me some awesome blueberries for the trip home. And he gave me a pack of Belmonts. I got a whole pack of Belmonts. What's that?
Blueberries.
What?
This last night.
Yeah, it's good.
Tastes better.
It does, doesn't it?
It's sour. I don't like blueberries.
You know why I didn't like eating
sour.
them? You know why I didn't like eating them much?
Raspberries even sour.
My mom used to get blueberries, but they'd be like the little closer to wild ones.
And
it looked like it had a bum hole. And I didn't like the texture after I thought about that and was eating it. I'd be like, ugh. So I never liked blueberries, but I actually like the flavor. This is the best medication ever. So let's dispel the myth right now of the stoner. Okay? Because you see all the ads, right? It's like, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. And you see the kids in the car like, yeah, man, it's going to party, dude. Right? It's like, how about we talk about, percent heteroplasmy of the mitochondria? Like, it could be a real snore fest for most people, but it's not for me because it's what powers us. Right, it's part of what's called the electron transport chain in a way, because all of it involves the electron transport chain, because that's what makes all of our energy. So, what was I saying, Rhonda? What was I talking about? Not the mitochondria. Oh, percent heteroplasmy. See?
Mm-hmm.
So percent heteroplasmy, when Ronda Rousey had her first child, she could have went to the doctor before, like say in the third trimester, she could have said, I want you to take the blood from the baby now and do a little placental, whatever the thing is, and they can test now the percent heteroplasmy of the baby before it's born. And what that means is they can test how healthy their energy system's going to be, because it's the mitochondria. So the percent heteroplasmy test just basically is saying, here's how much shit mitochondria are in the body, and here's how much healthy mitochondria, and that's the percent heteroplasmy. That's it. So they can do that for nothing to every baby before it's born, know whether it's going to be unhealthy, and look at then the DNA and all the other stuff and go, well, it's more likely to have this if it had low energy, right? And then they'd be able to like pre-treat, or in fact, they could just put them in an environment where it would heal their mitochondria, right? Like send them to Jack Cruz's retreat. That's Jack Cruz with a K, JACKKRUSE, jackcruz.com. There's a getting started guide. The majority of the stuff on there is free. There's like 15 or 16 years worth of free stuff. He's all over YouTube. Just type in Jack Cruz and like light. You know, he's all about light. You know, I used to be all about food, and then I met him, and now I'm all about light as well, with a little bit of food. And of course, if you're a biohacker of 25 plus years experience like me, well, I'm not one of the people that he's saying you're being silly if you're experimenting with weed. Because this isn't weed, this is cannabis, right? And there's a mixture in here of like 3 different strains plus some tobacco, because I know exactly what I'm doing with my own medication, because I was prescribed this for 6 years legal, so why would I bother going back to get a prescription? My doctor said that's the most improved I've ever seen your ADHD, bipolar, whippity bobbity woo, because they've never been able to actually put a finger on it at all, you know, like not at all. So I think I'm gonna have to dedicate this to Mr. Valvolino. Oh, sorry, Greg Valentino, okay? Because I've got the glasses on. And by the way, if you ever see Greg Valentino on his YouTube channel and you think what a dweeby looks like because he's always wearing glasses, trust me, he doesn't have one of his eyeballs basically because he had some terrible thing happen to his eye. So shut up, right? Because you don't know. And he only said that in one video, and he was like this, and he showed the eye, and then he put the glasses back down. He just doesn't like people to see it because he's self-conscious or whatever about it, or not. The guy's not self-conscious. He was talking about going up to fitness chicks' freaking bathroom doors and smelling their farts. He's not self-conscious at all. So, and that guy Lee Librada, you know, this is really funny with the. It looks like I have a green plastic mustache. If you look at what I'm looking at, but you're not going to see it because the camera. All right. So with that little morning tips about the mitochondria and percent heteroplasmy, if you're a doctor, take note. Like, I only took 3 years of kinesiology and health science while working 4 days a week as well in university, full course load. And I used to sit with Wolfgang. He was my history teacher. I sat with him on the subway whenever I saw him, which was pretty much every day because I'd go look for him, right? Of course I got marks in history, German history. I love that guy, right? It's all about the teachers, and the teachers on strike right now. Just get back to work, right? When this whole COVID thing's over, get back to work. Is your job really that hard? You should be enjoying it. And I just said should. I notify people about that because I did Buddhist mindfulness on should, and I know when I said that word or if I'm going to say it. There. Now I have a problem with my medication. It's called I don't take it regularly enough. Right? Because I was taught to hate drugs and everything else by certain people in my life. Right? When they're actually beneficial. Because this isn't a drug, it's a medicinal plant.
People that use it as a drug don't know anything about it and are, like I said, a biohacker of 25 plus years experience like me. I could say 45 years because I was always outside hacking around. Oh, the Gucci, $300 to go along with the $300 glasses that Buddy gave me. Oh yeah, and that's it. Just like Chris Siakowski said when he was my boss at Westport Wholesale Meats. He'd give me the friggin' list of shit to do for the day, and then after he told it to me 20 times, even though I already knew, and I just let him do it. It's a nice little morning routine, and then he'd hand me the clipboard like that. He'd just be like, and that's it. And then he closed the door, and I'd drive off. And he knew I'd always deliver on time. I might be a little later getting back than the rest of the guys, but once I had that route down, see, look, Gucci. Gucci. It's got like this little gold recycling type symbol, right? Look at it. It's got my ID in there. They threw it out, and I found it in a snowbank covered in dirt because that little piece ripped. See? So you just tuck it in, right? There. No, it's not ripped. And it's perfectly conditioned, right? Because they've used it enough. They used it a lot, actually. They broke the button. That's how much they used it. But I like better with a little decoration, right? Anyway, Ron is coughing. I better close this window because we got the turn the heat back on.